One day, Anansi was feeling really, really hungry. Now our good friend, his tummy was rumbling like mad. Rumbling so much that some of the other people thought it was an earthquake happening. But when they saw Anansi the little spider coming along, they knew that it was just Anansi's tummy rumbling. So he decided today he would head to the orchard to get himself some lovely juicy apples to eat. So he scuttled along his way along the path, admiring the bushes, the trees. And when he got to the orchard, well, his heart sank because he realised that all the branches were too high for him to reach. Being a little spider, you see, Anansi couldn't get up to them. So what would he do? I'd try climbing the trunks. He tried climbing the trunks and just slid back down. They were so smooth. Oh, goodness sake, he said. My tummy's really rumbling. He looked around for a ladder or a step or something. Nothing there. It was when he looked around he spotted Sis Cow. Huge, great big cow, and it gave him an idea. He scuttled over as quick as his little 8 legs could carry him, over to Sis Cow, and he whispered in her ear, "Hey, Sis, you enjoying this grass?"
It's okay,
said Sis Cow. "It looks all right, but look at those lovely juicy apples. Wouldn't you fancy a couple of apples?"
That would be nice,
said Sis Cow. "Well, I'm a little too small to pick them down, but you're a tremendous creature, huge, wonderful, wonderful creature. With your strength, you could knock down a load of apples for the two of us to share. What do you reckon?"
Sounds like a good idea.
So that's what happened. Sis Cow ran as hard as she could into a tree. Bash! The tree shook and shaked, and all the apples fell down onto the ground. Woohoo! Thought Anansi. Loads of lovely, lovely apples to share with. And that's when he spotted that Sis Cow, she'd run into the tree, but her 2 magnificent horns had got stuck into the trunk of the tree. She was trying to get her head out, but no matter how much she wiggled and waggled, she couldn't get it out. It was then that Anansi had another idea. He scuttled off back home. 5 minutes later, he came back with a bucket. He then put it underneath Sis Cow's udders and went ahead and milked Sis Cow. So he sat there, happy as anything, swigging milk out of the bucket and eating his tummy full of apples. "Oh, this is fantastic," Sis Cow. "Shame you can't share, but anyway, I've got lots and lots of apples and milk. Do you know what? This is probably a brilliant idea. I could come down here every morning and help myself to apples and help myself to some of your milk. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. Well, I'm going to go off and enjoy the sunshine. I was going to say you take care of yourself, but stuck into that tree, I'm sure you can't get up to much mischief." And off he scuttled. Now, Sis Cow was not impressed. She was quite happy eating the grass. Okay, apples taste nice, but now she's stuck, and that wretched little spider won't even help her get her horns out. All afternoon she was there, with both her horns stuck in the tree. No matter how much she pulled, they wouldn't come out. Evening came, night time came. It was nearly midnight. She was squiggling, and then, one of the horns came out. And then a couple of minutes later, with just a little nod of the head, the other horn came out as well. Now, Sis Cow may have been big, but she was not silly. She had a great idea. She was going to teach that little creep a lesson. So she went off, had a lay down under the trees, slept throughout the night, munched some grass very early in the morning, very early, and then waddled over back to the tree. The holes where her horns had been were still there, so very, very gently she popped her horns in. Not so far to get stuck again, of course, but just into the holes, and waited. Now, sure enough, Anansi came wandering down the track with a big grin on his face, his little 8 legs scuttling away, and he spotted Sis Cow. "Ah, my breakfast provider, fantastic to see you. Went down, had his bucket in his hand, of course. Went down underneath, got himself an apple. Oh, this tastes better than yesterday. Been fermenting in the sunshine. Oh, a bit too much then, I think. Okay, let's get some of this milk. And he started milking away at Sis Cow, but after a moment he got that strange feeling, that weird feeling that someone was watching him. He looked around. There was no one there. And then he looked the other way and he was faced by the most angry cow he'd ever seen. While he'd been milking, Sis Cow had taken her horns out and was now looking straight at this cheeky little spider. And she didn't look happy. "You have been a rotten little thing," she said, "and I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to stamp on you and then pat you on the head." Now, those of you who know about cows will understand what a pat is. And that was something that our friend Anansi did not want at all. And as quick as a whippet, he jumped up and ran fast as he could, lolloping along with his legs. But he was still quite small, you see, and Anansi much smaller than Sis Cow. So Sis Cow turned around and she started stamping after him. Stamp, stamp, stamp. She started to gain on him. So Anansi was looking for somewhere to hide. He ducked into the woods, left and right, left and right. He lost her for a moment and then was presented with a bush. What am I going to do, he thought. I got a plan. He went and hid inside the bush, just in time, because along stomped Sis Cow.
Where is that little rat bag?
Must be here somewhere.
Which way did he go?
"Oh, dear cow," said the bush.
A talking bush, how strange.
"Oh, dear cow," said the bush, "I believe he went to the west. So if you follow that way, you shall find him no problem."
Thank you very much. What a kind bush.
And off she went. It was then the little voice owner from the bush scuttled out with his 8 legs, and he headed off to the east. And it was quite a while before he ever saw Sis Cow again, but by the next time he saw her, he made sure he apologised. Cheeky little thing. Has he ever done any other things cheeky, Anansi? Oh, plenty. And maybe another time I'll tell you about some of them. Bye-bye.